All right, guys. So we're going to be going into Thursday programming. We had a hard couple days there, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Again, Thursdays are our accessory strength work, so things we can get better at with stability, position, things like that, um, and conditioning skill workout. Okay, so uh, going over our accessory work, what you guys are going to see here is we have 5 sets total. We're going to take about 15 minutes. We're going to do 5 single arm presses seated on the floor. So what that looks like, you're going to sit on the floor. Your feet are going to be right underneath you. We're going to take a dumbbell. We're going to pick it up, and we're going to do 5 reps sitting on the floor. We're going to try not to keep your feet wide. We're actually going to bring them in. So 5 on one side, 5 on the other side. And then your next drill, we're going to do 10 plate sit-ups. This is going to be a hollow position, and we're going to pair it with flutter kicks. So you're going to do 10 hollow plate sit-ups and then 20 flutter kicks. So you're going to start with a light plate, 10-pound plate, or even lighter if we have those 5 pounds. Your feet are going to be out in front. You're going to sit forward, and I'm going to roll down. I'm going to keep my rib cage down. This is 1. Now, when I get to 10, I'm going to roll back to my hollow position, and we're going to do this right here. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, until I get to 20. We're trying to keep the legs straight, and we're pushing up against the plate there to stay in that hollow position. Once we get there, we have 10 alternating RDL, so single leg deadlift. We're going to hold 2 kettlebells, and what we're looking to do here, 2 dumbbells or 2 kettlebells. I'm just going to pick this foot up to start. I need to balance on this leg. So my leg that's up is going to go straight back, and as I go forward, I'm going to unlock my knee, and I'm going to try and get my dumbbells to touch, and I'm going to try and straighten this back leg, touch the floor with my dumbbells, and then come back up. Your goal should be to not touch the floor, okay? So we're balancing as well. Once I get here, we're alternating. So switch legs, touch, and again, I'm holding 2 dumbbells. That's 1 on each side. You're doing 5 on each side for 10 reps. Okay, so 5 on each side total, 10 reps, total reps. Okay, so our goal here is to add weight every round. So maybe start with a 10 or 15, and then 15, 25, 35, 45 on the round, going from there. Okay, so that's what our accessory work is going to look like. Building up, really good for stability and isometric movements. Just getting some nice solid balance and strength all in one there. Now our workout with our skill is going to be, if you're advanced, ring muscle ups. So it's 10 rounds for time. You're going to row 250 meters on round 1. On round 2, once you come back around, you're going to bike 15 cows or 12 cows for the ladies. Okay, so everybody's rowing 250, but then the second round, guys were going 15 cows, ladies were going 12 calories. So you're alternating rounds, so it's 10 rounds total. 5 of the rounds are on the row, and 5 of the rounds are on the bike, alternating. Round 1, row, round 2, bike. So let's go back to round 1, 250-meter row. And then we're going to do 3 ring muscle ups. Now, we've talked about the ring muscle ups and how we can scale this. If you don't have ring muscle ups, before we just go straight to pull-ups and dips, the goal here is to work some sort of transition. Since this is a skill day in our training, we want to actually set up the bands. So we have a band here, and I'm going to sit in the band like a swing. I'm just going to use 1 band here. I have 2 bands hooked up here. I'm just going to use 1. And I'm going to bring it to the other side. Well, it looks like I'll use 2 because they're hooked together. So I have my band in here. So we're going to sit in it like a swing. So if I'm in the front, this is how we're going to do it. So we're going to sit in it like a swing. And now I can keep my feet on the floor, and this is going to help me. So if you look at my position here, my catch position where my shoulders are, this is where you're going to catch the ring muscle up. So even if I use my feet, watch this. If I use my feet and I jump up, this is your position, and I go down. Now my feet can hang. Now we can simulate the ring muscle up transition. So if my feet are just on the floor, I'm just gonna roll back and touch my knuckles together and sit down. Now, once I'm in this position, I can kind of hover. Now, when we work the transition, the band is there to help you because I'm gonna use my hips to jump and I'm gonna pull back through. So I'm gonna pull my knuckles to my rib cage and sit forward and land. Now here, we wanna dip out without touching the floor. 1. So that would be our way to work the skill. And that's kind of the beginner way. This is what's gonna help you. Now the more advanced way to do this motion is to never touch the floor at all and do all 3 muscle up transitions plus a dip. And this is what a muscle up actually looks like if you were to pair this up next to somebody who does a muscle up. Toes are gonna go up, and then I'm gonna pull myself through when I pop my hips. And then I'm gonna dip out. Sit back down in the dip, roll back, do it again. I would do 3 of those. That is the start of us getting a transition. That's how we're gonna do that. Now, that is very difficult to do, and that's something you should practice beforehand. I have a video on that on my YouTube page as well on transitions. So that would be from level 3 to level 2 transitions in a dip. Now level 1, we want to work the movements, which is your biggest pull up and your dip. So you guys are going to do 3 strict pull ups and 3 strict dips. And again, if you need to use the band, put your knee in the band and do 3 dips. So until we can get stronger in those motions, that's what we need to do. We need to get the strict work. Okay, so depending on your ability, this skill workout will be different. Okay, so the last move, what we're going to do here is we're going to do 8 alternating single arm overhead lunges. Now, if you guys have markers to go 25 feet, this would be 25 feet. But if you want to stay in place, you're going to do 8 steps, touch your knee, 1, 2 to 8. Now that would be the end of the round. Round 2, you would come back and use the other hand. Okay, so make sure to make sure that you're even on both of your rowing, assault bike, and then also right hand, left hand for your overhead. Okay, so depending on your ability, again, you'll see level 3 is a 50-pound dumbbell, 35 for the ladies. Level 4 is 70, 50. And then from there, you would go lighter. We want to make sure that elbow is locked out. So we don't want to do lunges with a bent elbow. We're going to push that elbow up straight. That's what we're going to be looking to do. Now, level 1 for the muscle ups. I really like this modification. And this modification here, I'm going to bring a box. And I'm going to make sure that the box is somewhat even to the rings. So level 1, let's say you don't have strict pull-ups. You guys are going to do 6 ring rows, or you can put your feet on the box. So here's my ring rows. Or put your feet on the box, do 6 ring rows, get my knuckles to touch. And once you do 6 ring rows, you also are going to do 6 ring push-ups. So my feet go on the box for the rows, and then my feet go on the box for the push-ups. So now look at this position. If you look at my shoulders, it's the same position that we talked about in the dip. It's just a push-up. But I'm able to actually now use my legs, and it puts you in more of a stronger position for those of you that may not be able to dip your whole body. Here's my position. So now I'm doing push-ups from there. Okay, so level 1 on the muscle-up portion would be 6 ring rows and 6 ring push-ups. Okay. From there, if you can't press that at all, then use 2 dumbbells and do push-ups. So you have so many different options for this kind of workout. You just have to try and fit what best fits you and what you can do. Okay, so the WOD, 250-meter row, 3 ring muscle-ups, 25-foot overhead walking lunge, or 8 steps in place. That's going to be our workout for the day. And those are all of our different levels and options you have for that. Quickly, let's go over the warm-up. Very simple warm-up. You guys are going to row 250 meters to warm up, and then we're going to go through this pattern here. 5 Ys, we're going to take 2 2.5s, 5 Ys, then we're going to do 5 Ts, we're going to go out to the side, 5 reps out to the side, then 5 Ws, elbows up high, rotate, press, down, rotate, that's a W. And then from there, reverse fly and front raises. So I'm going to fold over, keep my back straight, I'm going to go out and up. 1, out, up, 2. Once you get there, what we're going to do is we're going to do what I call inchworm scorpions. And what those are is I'm going to walk out in place. I'm going to walk out, lay flat, both hands go out. My right foot's going to touch my left hand. My left foot's going to touch my right hand. And I'm going to walk back up and stand. That's 1. You'll do 5 of those. And then the last piece that we're going to do pass-throughs with a lunge. Okay, so that means we're going to go into a lunge position first. Take your arms out, pass through, push back, switch. And you'll do 10 of those. And this is just to warm up our lunges, get our shoulders nice and warm for our accessory work and the workout. Okay, so what you guys are going to do is 2 rounds of that. 250 on the row, Ys, Ts, Ws, reverse flies, front raises, 5 inchworm scorpions, and then 10 lunges with a pass-through. Okay, so again, once we get warm, we're ready to go right into our accessory work. 15 minutes for our accessory work, and then our WOD. Again, all the warm-up, the lift, accessory, and the WOD will be in the descriptions in this video, and you will see that as well. Again, try and really pay attention to the levels and how we write them. Our goal is to eventually be able to do a pull-up if you don't have one, or do a muscle-up if you don't have one. So we really have to push these and work on these skills weekly and really make an effort to challenge yourself and make them hard. So that's what we're going to be looking for on our Thursday. Okay. Thanks, guys. Have a good workout.